Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Monday. I was just cleaning up my property and I found somebody's used cigarette butt in the middle of my property. Probably one of those surveillance creatures. But while I was there, I noticed that Tyler Allen, my former landscaper, Tyler Allen, has never cut beyond the pole on the side of the county road. I have pointed it out to him at least a dozen times, and he has never cut down there. So Tyler Allen, for all the criminals that have co-opted you to sign a non-disclosure agreement to destroy my property, I'm coming for you. You owe me at least $5,000, and there's work around here that you never cut. And I paid you $320 every other week, and then $100 every other week. That's a lot of money that I paid you for you to not work on my property and to destroy it. And you have incurred a minimum of $5,000 of damage, property damage, to my property. Tyler Allen, yes. And who's your father? Your father's name is Fred. And don't worry, I will find out where you live so that you can be served. Thank you very much, Tyler Allen. You know, this is what happens when you go along to get along. I paid you very well. I treated you. Oh, didn't I even give you treats? I gave you water. I gave you water bottles. I gave you crepes. Granola bars and stuff like that because you were working so hard. I felt so bad for you. But you backstab your own clients for profit. That's okay, Tyler Allen. Everybody's going to know about you, you little weenie boy. Everybody's going to know. And yes, he's a Scorpio, by the way. Yeah, he's born November 18. Yeah, and I will speak it to the roof. And what is he, like 22 years old? So you've got a history now in being a perpetrator, dissing paying customers, Tyler Allen. This is going to set forth in motion for the rest of your career what you've done to me. Because you co-opted with criminal cartel here and going into town to collect your money. Yeah, I've got your number, Tyler Allen. And the reason you broke down in my field was intentional. You deliberately broke down there. Everything always breaks down here on my property. Everybody that's ever worked here has got a breakdown. They get stuck in my property, just like Chris Bowles got stuck here on my property. Another perpetrator got stuck here. And then this old man who was working here, not even working for me. He was hired by somebody else working at the top of the hill. He breaks down here. Everybody breaks down here. Oh, and yes, the current sheriff, when he was a deputy, he broke down in my outer field because I hired him to bush hog my outer field. I paid him $200. And then he breaks down here too. He just suddenly runs out of gas. All these Beverly hillbillies here, all these hillbillies, these criminal cartels, they don't even come around with enough gas in their vehicles. You're kidding me. It's all a skit show. It's all deliberate. There's my rant for Monday morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Very pretty. Pretty day. It's very hazy, though. It's probably going to be around 90 degrees. Sing it, young man. You tell him who's the boss around here. You tell him. Yeah. So anybody, hope everybody's doing well on this Monday. And, oh, I hope you got to see the civil rights lawyer video on the Kentucky State Police psychopath that likes to pull people over for traffic stops and pummel them. Uses their taser, pepper spray in the face, just for pulling people over for a sometimes illegal traffic stop. But yeah, so the Kentucky State Police, the head of the Kentucky State Police, thinks it's okay. He allowed this to happen a minimum of 100 times. Excessive force cases against this guy. Well, not cases. 100 excessive forces, incidences, and 5 cases. Yeah, 5 cases. That's what goes on here in Kentucky. Yeah, the criminals rule the world here. And then, of course, you've got the criminals on my property that like to vandalize it. And a couple of days ago, it was over the holiday weekend, they decided to burn this portion of my grass right here. It's hard to see because of the sun. They burned here, over there in front of my chicken coop here. This is what they do, the local criminals. That's okay. Everybody's going to know about Kentucky with the Kentucky State Police criminals. Yeah, and then of course the sheriff here calls the Kentucky State Police when somebody broke into my cat's building and harmed the eyes of all of those kittens. Subsequently, 3 of them passed away because it was on May Day, you know, the Luciferian Satanist Freemason holiday. When I reported it to the local sheriff's department, he refers it to the Kentucky State Police, who has the audacity to call me up and say, "Oh, the sheriff told me that you lost a cat." No, I didn't lose a cat. Somebody broke into my building and animal cruelty. This is an animal cruelty case. No investigation. No, of course. And thank you for everybody that watched the dildo video. I couldn't put more up there because YouTube thinks it's not advertiser friendly. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of other advertising friendly, unfriendly stuff that's out there that gets ad revenue. But no, they weren't interested in the bona fide evidence of the double-headed dildo that was stuffed in my mailbox with the word preacher on it or something. And by the way, yeah, my perpetrator neighbor, she did it with the preacher. Yeah, she has an affair with a preacher. Yeah, so maybe she's the one that left it there. I think it's, it's so funny. You know, maybe it's so funny when her daughter, her alleged daughter, no, her stepdaughter has a bunch of babies with the current sheriff, and after 6 years that I'm living here, he still hasn't married the girl. After 6 years of pumping out babies, you're going to let that guy between your legs without a wedding ring? What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, that's right, you're living with the Scarlet, and she's got some great morals and values. Go look at the Kohlberg stages of moral development. You can see where she fits along the moral stages of development here in Jackson County, Kentucky. This is Lorraine signing off for now.